Hey everyone, Heidi here. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. So I wanted to make a video real quick because one, I haven't made a video where I talked in quite some time, and so I wanted to make that. As well as I wanted to address a few things that I've been noticing that actually has been hurting my heart. So I'm gonna start off with the video that I very first put on YouTube, which was the Katy Perry performance of Dark Horse. So in this video, naturally, I'll put the link down below so you can go watch it if you haven't already. In this video, I'll break it down as to what's coming. She starts off with the crystal ball, which is a look into the future, as well as the red cross illuminates across her chest, and then she leads into the dark horse, which means famine. So I'm going to put a bunch of symbols together. Naturally, this is my opinion and my opinion only. I'm not trying to persuade you to think like me. I'm just simply giving you another option, another perspective. So in this, when Katy Perry is the red cross is illuminated across her chest, this illumination is actually signifies the Red Cross rituals. Red Cross rituals that were founded in Virginia State in the 1700s, and is basically code for a major global transition. That's exactly what's going on right now, and I'm going to get into as to why. So naturally, if we look at Washington, D.C., it also has the Red Cross that is there, illuminated with the streets and stuff already there. But one thing I really want to touch on is this green color. So everything is done in our face now. The veil is lifting, as KJ loves to say. I love KJ. Big shout outs to him because I love the way he looks at things and his symbols. He definitely sees a lot more than I do. Much respect for him. And so the veil is lifting for us, and what we see is in our face for a reason, not because we're necessarily being programmed. You have to remember that the Illuminati, the higher beings, they actually do things in ritualistic ways. So let's go ahead and discuss this color. This color is actually called Chartreuse, and it's actually a cross between yellow and green here, according to the Wikipedia. So if we come down here, we notice that it is the French word that means charter house. Well, naturally, I wanted to kind of dig into that a little bit, and when I did, this is what I found. I found the Ohio Grand Charter. This was really interesting to me. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know it was out there. I chose the Ohio one because it breaks it down very well on their website, and I really like that. So here you can see that there's all these colors to this pentagram. Naturally, the color green is Martha, which is the sister. This is a biblical story. So if we come down here and we go through all the colors over here, we come to green. Naturally, Martha is, and the whole story is actually in St. John chapter 11, verse 1 through 57. But please remember, in symbolisms, when it comes to Illuminati, what's good is bad and what's bad is good. So it's actually a yin and yang effect, just opposite. So whenever we're reading these things, whenever we're looking at these things, whenever we think, oh, that must be good, it's actually bad. And it's thrown in our face every day, all the time. So as we can see here, when we're looking at Martha and green and what she represents, she actually represents the season winter, which is what we're about to come into. Just like in the Katy Perry video, when we talk about the dark horse being phantom, then that means winter. People will not be able to eat or get heat because it's going to be a very bad winter. If you do not have food, please stock up on your food. If you do not have blankets, please stock up on your blankets, a generator if you can afford one, candles, things like that. And please, if you live in the areas that get snow, even if you live in the areas that don't, it's better to be safe than sorry. So we're looking at winter, which is the season that Martha represents, and then naturally winter of mortal. So naturally, we know that the Illuminati's want an immortal life. That's what they're trying to strive for, as well as death comes to all. That really strikes a chord with me. I don't like that. It just gives me a one of those bottomless pit feelings in my stomach. I just don't like that at all. But I do feel that I have that feeling because that just rings bells to me. And naturally, we're representing this green here. So the charter was actually founded, and the headquarters was in Washington, D.C. It has since been sold, and I'll definitely leave this link in the description so that you can go read about it. But this is where it was, and if you may or may not know, Washington, D.C. is actually mapped out as a big pentagram, which naturally you get all the all the corners of the 5 corners of the pentagram, which all have the actual stars and the colors, the points of the stars and the colors. I'm going to get it together here in a minute. So to me, that kind of just all ties in together. So when you're reading, when you're being led down a certain direction and you're being told to look at something and being forced almost to look at something a certain way, step back a couple of feet and say, hey, hold on. Why? Why am I being told this way? Why is it being yelled at me like this? Because sometimes it's not what it is. Sometimes you have to pull together all these symbols and you have to see what comes together for you. I've said in one of my other videos about Chicago, I feel that everybody has the gift of gut feeling. And if something in your gut tells you that this isn't quite right, then look into it. Do your own research. Don't rely on other people to do it for you. By all means, just do your own research. Naturally, you can always ask me in the comments. You can ask Jason K in the comments. You know, we have Saving the Truth movement. I have Blind to the Truth page. By all means, come and ask us. If we don't know the answers, we'll damn sure find out for you. Absolutely. And I love looking up symbolisms. I love to see what it is and where it goes. Why? Because then it makes me aware and it opens my eyes a little more, which is kind of shitty because sometimes I can't watch a movie without all the symbolisms popping out to me. But that's okay. I'll deal with that. So back to this whole color thing. Please remember that the whole color of green Ebola may not be the whole brainwashing thing. As a matter of fact, if that's the case, then why is our money green? And the fall of our money, as a matter of fact, the stocks are going down, they're wobbly, it's almost like they're on a teeter-totter about to fall off their axis. It's crazy the way stocks are going right now, and our money's green. In winter, death to all. I don't know, we had the black horse come out, the dark horse, famine. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, this is my opinion. I put all these things together, and sometimes it takes me a while to put them together, thus being why it's taken me a while to get out this video. And then, of course, we go to Nicki Minaj, and when Nicki Minaj did her performance at the VMAs this year, she actually comes out into a green world out of what I feel is a Stargate. Then the Stargate right here beside her, or behind her, and then naturally she dances around with these reptilian-looking individuals on the stage, and I did a video on this as well. So that kind of goes into that symbolism again. You know, it's just kind of crazy for me out there that all these symbolisms are being, you know, looked at. So naturally, I'm not clear why I wanted to click on that, but I just wanted to put it out there that, again, if you are being told to look at something a certain way and you're being told this over and over and over, maybe you need to take a step back. If you want to look at it that way, if you've done your research and you're like, hey, you know what, I feel this is the way it is, absolutely, by all means, because that means that that is where you're supposed to look. But before you do so, take a step back first and analyze yourself and how you feel about it. Let the veil for you lift. So naturally, I want to put that out there. This is simply my perspective. Just for the record, I do feel that Ebola is here in the United States. I do feel that the government has let it out on us. Now, if it's controlled or if they're letting it go, I don't know yet. I don't know, but I do feel that we will know within the next 3 weeks. We have the eclipse coming on the 23rd. MrCati, we have the Georgia Guidestone in the block that was done. MrCati did an awesome breakdown of that video, and I'll put his video as a link down in the bottom. Much respect to that gentleman for breaking it down. I don't do numbers. I'm kind of stupid when it comes to numbers, but I do symbols. And, you know, if it's not true, if it is a big hoax, awesome, awesome. You know what? We've prepared. It is what it is. We'll move on with our lives. However, I'm not going to have hundreds of people or thousands of people's lives in my hands to say, don't prepare. If nothing else, what's it going to hurt to prepare yourself? It's not. You're prepared. Everybody's happy. Everybody moves on with life. So until next time, don't be blind to the truth.